Cannabis oil treatment, proven track record around the world. Cannabis oil treatment, proven track record around the world. Much has been said and written on hemp oil, a huge potential, and the number of people who use it as medicine saves lives every day costs. We have gathered a number of case studies and examples of people whose lives changed dramatically, thanks to the hemp oil. 50th birthday of Darren Miller, a resident of the state of Illinois in the United States. He received a terrible rose. His body began to spread cancer and heart and lung. Doctors estimated he had left a year to live, with chemotherapy. Miller and his wife decided to move to the state of California to allow treatment with cannabis oil. At the same time, he learned how to extract the oil itself. The results were immediate. Only 7 months after the cancer was completely gone from his body, and also gone with him hand and foot warts, caused by chemotherapy. He even holds the medical records that prove the miraculous improvement in his health. Today, doctors tell me I'm completely clean of cancer. I was able to cure my cancer. Do I attribute the success to Win Cannabis oil? Absolutely, and if I attribute the success to Win chemotherapy? I must say that also. I used both of them. Like many others before him, Miller encourages and supports the use of cannabis oil for treatment of various medical conditions. Some patients choose to focus exclusively oil, while others use it in parallel to chemotherapy and widely accepted. Fat plays a significant role in restoring health standards. It has been impossible to challenge. Last great healing, Darren Miller led him to set up a program called Cannabis with Compassion, in which he spreads the gospel of fat and helps give access to the patients who need him. You can learn more about the program's Facebook page. Darren Landon Riddle, 3-year-old Utah, was diagnosed with terminal leukemia. The doctors thought he was going to die within a few days. After that, chemotherapy led him to frequent vomiting, dozens of times a day, leaving him with no appetite. His family decided to seek cannabis oil. The family moved to Colorado, where oil treatment is illegal, and the rest is history. Each chest was full of leukemia tumors, and that is why he could not breathe, says his mother, Sierra. They began to treat him with chemotherapy, but also told us that there is a high probability that it will survive. We consulted with our medical staff, but at the same time we watched it continues to suffer and down, and doctors only adds to it more and more drugs. The improvement began within a few days of cannabis oil treatment. Tumors in his chest began to retreat. The child is still treated with chemotherapy, but the treatment became much less often, in only one treatment. The combination of reduced chemotherapy while treatment with cannabis oil excellently worked together and healed the young boy from his terminally ill. David, a UK resident aged 33, was diagnosed with colon cancer, and doctors estimated he had left less than 2 years to live. David tried chemotherapy, surgery and treatments with radiation. After his condition did not improve, he decided to turn the hemp oil. He found a local dealer that sold him the oil for £50 per gram and started the treatment. In the past, friends told me about treatment with oil, but not really related to what had never been interested in drugs. He selected high-quality oil and condensed called Tears of the Phoenix, Phoenix Tears, and almost needless to say, today is healthy and cancer-free. I felt like chemotherapy kills me and I had nothing left to lose. I could not accept that I was going to die. The treatment definitely gets you tipsy oil, but it is not close from the pain of chemotherapy. I would like to make other people the fact that serious therapeutic alternatives. UK Cancer Research Centre said in response to the event, "We are aware that there are patients who choose to treat themselves using cannabis oil. We ourselves have no evidence confirming that the treatment is beneficial and safe." Dr. Kat Turney, Cancer Research Center, says, "We know slonbinoatum, the active ingredients in the cannabis plant, has diverse effects on cancer cells, but for now there is no good evidence or clinical trial proving that they can take care of cancer patients." In March 2012, Edward, 65 years old, was diagnosed with blue advanced stage liver cancer. The doctors informed him there was not much they could do because the tumor had reached the size of about 20 centimeters. Edward and his wife returned home and asked the institute to provide him morphine for the pain. Edward hated morphine, it made him vomit and affect the brain and thinking. Edward and his wife decided to turn a new path and to rely only on themselves. His wife says, "In the area we live in, we are raising our cannabis healing purposes. We started to produce the tears of the phoenix, a type of cannabis oil." A week later, Edward discontinued morphine. He took a gram of cannabis oil per day. Treatment accompanied by a change in our dietary habits, vitamins, nutritional supplements, many juices from vegetables. After a few weeks the pain disappeared almost completely, abdominal swelling went down and our quality of life has improved amazingly. Further, blood tests and CT scans showed the tumor shrank significantly. Edward takes up to 2 grams of fat per day. Not everyone can withstand such a high dose of THC, but we enjoy every day of our lives now and feel great. Edward specs on the new diet he adopted an agenda that includes detailed nutritional supplements details health drink that he makes himself and of course the doses and timing. You can find the full story and its complete specification of the diet here. So it seems that the dam starts to open slowly, evidence of success culture, knowledge and belief among cancer patients are growing and it seems that more and more people are opening up the possibility of alternative healing. You can see that many cancer patients suffering from chemotherapy treatment, which is very well known effective treatment but very aggressive toward the body. Treatment is very toxic substances inserts for the body to destroy the cancer cells but also attacks healthy parts of the body and cause serious side effects and many more. Those who suffer from chemotherapy usually also exposed mitigating qualities and clinics of medical cannabis acts against nausea, restores appetite and vitality and responds to patients with positive energy. Is cannabis really kills cancer cells? These are people who swear he saved them, while there are also people who reject these claims waived. Anyway, there is no doubt intriguing and powerful material that must be studied in depth in order to understand whether he really can bring a revolutionary cure for this terrible disease. Unfortunately, you can see governmental organizations and institutes for cancer research, those who are supposed to take care of citizens' health and bring a new dawn of healing. Specifically those shuffling in place in all organizations renowned for the study of cannabis. Perhaps because the plant still is in many countries a controversial and perhaps also due to foreign interests hidden from public view. The facts are on the ground, and patients willing to try any new treatment in order to get better, whether it's government or simply sponsored independently.